medical store, and people there are there to help you, and you got a lot of people, go get it. If you want, you can go down the street and read your book at a cafe. No one even knows what you're reading, because you got a Junkido cover on it. The other cool thing about Junkido is it's open till 10 p.m. every single day, right? 10 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night. So you can browse your books all the way up to 10 o'clock, make a decision, and then you can leave the store with your brand new book. The address of the store, so you bookstore lovers can find it, is 2-15-5 Minami Ikebukuro, Toshimaku, Tokyo. 2-15-5 Minami Ikebukuro, Toshimaku, Tokyo, right? Toshimaku is one of the 23 special wards of Tokyo. And you can get there by exiting the Seibu exit of the Ikebukuro station, walking across the street, walking just one more street in that direction, and then turning right, and you will see it, right? It's at a big intersection. You cannot miss it. The other great thing about this bookstore is you basically cross the street, go straight back in the direction of Ikebukuro station, and there's a department store there. The department store at the end of that is a Libro bookstore. Libro is another really big bookstore, okay? So if you don't find your book in Junkido, you can always go down, or you don't like the people there in Junkido, you find them kind of nosy, you can always go down to the Libro, and you can get another book there. Now, Libro ain't quite as big as Junkido. Nothing in Tokyo is as big as this Junkido. But the Libro at Ikebukuro, the south end, is still pretty darn big. So this is why Tokyo Joe votes this Junkido as being the best bookstore in Tokyo. Okay, I might even see you there sometime. Okay, see you on the forum. Okay, people, time to talk about something real dear to Tokyo Joe's heart, and that's being a good guide when you're here in Tokyo town. What that means is you don't go hollering around when you start visiting the Meiji Jinju, right? I told you about that in a previous podcast. You should go listen. It also means you got to be careful with your appearance, okay? We don't want no stinking gaijins here acting and hollering like they're the monkeys, alright? We don't need that in Tokyo town, no siree. The third thing I want to tell you about is the chopsticks. You gotta be real careful with the chopsticks. And this is a good time, Tokyo Joe, to tell you about chopstick manners. Okay? There's lots of different ways you can do the wrong thing with the chopsticks. If you don't know how to use the chopsticks, don't worry too much. But if you do use the chopsticks, you got a lot to worry about. Okay? Here are some of the things you should not do with the chopsticks. You ready? Okay. One of the things you can't do is called kamibashi. It's putting too much stuff in your mouth. Alright? Pretty bad. Alright? The worst thing you can do is put your chopsticks up inside the rice or the plate, standing them up like they're both stilts. That's called hotokebashi. Don't do that, because it reminds them of food for the dead people, right? This is the worst thing you could ever do with your chopstick. Hotokebashi, alright? Listen to my pronunciations, because I, Tokyo Joe, know the pronunciations better than anyone else in Tokyo town. I'm telling you. Hotokebashi is the worst thing you can do with your chopsticks, right? Sashibashi is pointing at the people with your chopsticks. Don't do it. That's rude. Sashibashi, right? Tataki is really bad. That's making a noise. By using your chopsticks to make a noise on the side of your bowl. Don't do that, right? You want to do that, become a drummer or something. Another thing you got to do with the chopsticks, to be careful, is use them to kind of, as a tool to push the bowl closer to you, right? First of all, you're going to spill stuff all over you. Second thing is, it's rude. It's called yosei bashi. Don't do it. Another thing is neburi bashi. Sometimes Tokyo Joe's lady friends have trouble with this one, but you ain't allowed to be licking your chopsticks, right? Don't go licking your chopsticks with your tongue. That's kind of rude. I've got to tell my lady friends sometimes to be careful with that one. That's called neburi bashi. Don't do it. And the last thing I want to tell you about this week, because that's all we got time for, is a wasei bashi, right? And do not do this. What it means is, basically, you pass the food from one set of chopsticks to another set of chopsticks. Okay? Not allowed to do that. A wasei bashi. Alright? You pick up the food with your chopsticks, you put it in your mouth. Don't go playing drums with the chopsticks. You don't go licking the chopsticks suggestively with your tongues, right? Especially you lady friends out there. You don't go pointing at people or things with the chopsticks, even if you're enthusiastic. And you don't go sticking them up in the bowl. The other thing is, you don't go pulling stuff like dishes and bowls of stuff closer to you with your chopsticks, right? Use your hand for that. Use it with the chopsticks. You're going to end up spilling stuff all over the place. And that's no good. No one likes people who spill the soy sauce all over their laps and their clean, crisp, white shirts before they go all back to work in their cubicles or back to their little offices where they teach them the English. Okay, everyone. That's the end of the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Please rate, subscribe on my YouTube, and friend me on Tokyo Joe. I know Tokyo Joe, and I know Tokyo too. So make sure you visit my homepage. It's working now for those of you who couldn't get it working last time. www.tokyojoe.tk. That's www.tokyojoe.tk. The other thing you gotta do is visit the forum. You can register on the forum, you can discuss Tokyo, and you can discuss some other cities too. Because it's all hosted by Sleep New York. And the address for the Tokyo Forum is www.thetokyoforum.tk, www.thetokyoforum.tk, and you can visit the thread, the other threads I spoke about. You can subscribe to the podcast. If you join the forum, you get a weekly newsletter of all the latest posts. I'll see you guys on the channel, and I'll see you guys on the Tokyo Forum, and until peace and love from Tokyo Joe to you all. Till next week.